Ladies and gentlemen, guys and girls, my name is Raven and welcome to For Honor. Today I'm going to be showing you my Berserker guide from beginner all the way up to advanced. I'm also going to be showing you 3 of the fundamental techniques that you will need to learn that carry across to all characters in this game. Whether you're playing Orochi, Nobushi, Warden, you will need to learn all 3 of these things in order to be effective in this game. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the basic moves of the Berserker, and I'm going to basically read it out, show you what it looks like in practice, and then I'm going to show you a more advanced version. I'm going to try and make it as simple as I possibly can for you guys, so that way you can just watch the video, you can get a general idea of what the fuck's going on, and hopefully it won't be too complicated for you and you can follow along. What we're going to do first is you're going to go over to how to play. Now, the duel practice right here, you get to verse a bot. Level 0 bot does fuck all. He basically just stands there and lets you just absolutely fucking destroy him, and he won't do shit to stop you. They don't even attack. Level 1 bots, they will attack every now and then. They're not that hard, but they're really good for practicing on. Alrighty guys, so when you first get in, I'm going to be going everything off the Xbox controller. Whether you're playing on PC or PS4, just do the equivalent. First thing we're going to look at is the guard break. Okay, so what this looks like is you want to press X and it will look like that. Okay, things to keep in mind with the guard break, that if they attack or if they dodge backwards or anything like that, even if it's a light attack, heavy attack, when you're guard breaking, it will cancel out your guard break. You'll go to do it, nothing will happen. Their swing will go through, it'll hit you and you'll take damage. Now you want a guard break when they're going to least expect it. If they're expecting it and you go for a guard break, they're going to swing, they're going to basically stop it and they'll fuck you up. That is the basic of the guard break. So when you do it, it looks like that. After a while, if you don't do anything, they will knock you back. One thing to keep in mind as well, there is a guard, they can guard break you, okay? So they can reverse it. If they guard break at the exact same time you guard break, they'll push you off, okay? You won't get the free stun. If someone tries to guard break you, you basically have to preempt it when it's going to come and then hit your guard break at the same time they do theirs to push them off, so that way you don't get fucked up. Now, there are 3 things you can do after you guard break, okay? One is a light attack, one is a heavy attack, and the third one is you can throw people. First one we're going to do is a light attack. So what you do is you guard break and then you can boom. For me, it's right bumper. Just throw a light attack in there. It's easy damage, nice and quick, and it's basically free damage. As soon as you guard break him, you're getting free damage here. Now, next one you can do is a heavy. Boom, and you want a heavy. Keep in mind that if you guard break, and then you wait, and then heavy, the guard break will finish and they'll get a chance to block it. So you want to make sure, especially with the heavy attacks, straight after you guard break, you want to go right into a heavy attack. Otherwise, they'll have a chance to block it. Okay, so you want to go guard break, boom, straight into a heavy. And that way you'll be getting free damage and the heavy attacks hit like a fucking bus, okay? Now the third thing you can do in a guard break is you can throw people. You can throw them into fire like you can see on the screen here. You can throw them off cliffs, all different kinds of things. The way this works is you guard break like normal, and then with your directional movement stick, you want to basically pick whichever direction you want them to go, and you want to guard break again. So it goes guard break, to a second guard break, and whichever direction you want them to go. I want him to go right, boom, I push it right, and he'll go right. I want him to go left, push it left, he'll go left, right into the fire, okay? Punch him in the gut, boom, right into the fire. The good thing about this is you can lure people. So say if I know there's fire, and I know the guy's really shit at guard breaking my guard breaks, then what I can do is I can lure him over here, boom, and I can basically toss him into the fire, get some free damage on him, and fuck him up. Now keep in mind that you can sort of guide them wherever you want them to go. So if I want him to go like if I sort of want him to go that direction, what I can do is I can guard break him, and then I can sort of push him in that direction. So you can even go on slight angles, so it doesn't have to be like directly left, okay? What I can do is I can go there and a little bit back, see? So you can sort of like guide where you want them to go. So remember, it's guard break, into another guard break, and whichever direction you want them to go on your movement stick. Boom, boom. Once again, a brief rundown. You can guard break into a light attack. You can guard break into a heavy attack. You can guard break into a directional movement wherever you want to toss them. Keep in mind that if you guard break and they do a light attack or a heavy attack, it will automatically go through your guard break. They'll hit you and it's going to be shit for you. So you want to do it when you catch them off guard. So if they guard break you and you guard break at the exact same time, they won't get it off. And that, guys, is the guard break. We're going to be moving on to the feint now. So basically what the feint is, it's you're feinting an attack, okay? So you're faking it. So the way this works is whenever you heavy attack, in the startup of the attack, if you push B, it will cancel it, okay? And it looks something like this. So heavy into a B, fakes it. Why this is a good thing is, you got to remember at higher levels, people will be basically, whenever you go to attack, they're going to block from that direction. So what you do is, if you go for a heavy into a feint and then switch into a light attack from the opposite side, they're not going to have time to block it, because as far as they're concerned, the attack's coming from the right, they're going to block to the right, and it's just going to go through on the left because you changed it and you're going to fuck them up. So remember, the timing is, if you go for a heavy attack and you wait too long, it's not going to work. It's going to go through. Okay, so you have the start of the attack to do it. So once again, it's heavy into a B, and then it'll basically cancel it. Okay, you can do it from whichever direction you want, and it doesn't really matter. So as you do it, boom, fake it into a left and attack from the other side. Same again, this way, boom, I want to attack from the other side. And that, guys, is the feint. I'm going to jump into a bot game with the one that actually attacks, and I'm going to show you guys the parry. Now, before I do that, keep in mind, if you're playing a regular class, when you go to block, you can just basically hold it in whichever direction you want, and it will block. As you can see, my block direction is black. Okay, when I change to a new area, say I want to block right, it will go white for only a second. So you got to remember that all the assassin classes can only block in a direction for 1 second. So you got to actually time your blocks with their attack. That's a very key thing for the parry, and I'll get into that now. Alright guys, so now I'm going to be showing you the parry. So the way this works is, like I said, with the assassin classes, you only have that 1 second window in order to basically block the attack. Now the way a parry works is, as you go to block the attack, you want to hit your heavy attack at the exact same time. You'll block it and you'll toss them off and you'll put them off balance, which means that for a split second, they can't do anything. And in that split second, you can guard break, you can do a light attack, a heavy attack, whatever you want to do to them. And it's very timing based. I'm still working on getting the timing perfect, but it's something you just want to go into one of these modes, the practice mode, and just sit there for hours and just practice, because once you master this thing, it's one of the most fucking amazing things in this game, because you become nearly untouchable if you get the timings right. So you have Mr. Bot here, boom, throw him off guard, just like that. So you got to remember, it's all about the timing. This way as well. One thing you can do when you're doing it is you can go straight into a guard break. This is one way I like to set up my guard break. Expect it. So there, into a guard break, boom, and then you get a free heavy attack off. Okay, boom, into a guard break, and then boom. It's all about that timing. Once you learn the timings, it's pretty simple. Okay, there, into a guard break like we talked about, into a heavy, and then kick them in the balls if you're a berserker and cut their head off. So that right there is the parry. Alright guys, so those are the 3 things you need to learn in order to get extremely good at For Honor. The guard breaking, the parrying, and the feinting. Once you learn those fundamental things, your gameplay will improve significantly, and anyone who doesn't know how to do any of those, you'll just fucking shit all over them, okay? What I'm going to do is, I'm going to show you guys the very basics of the Berserker. So when you do the light attack, boom, looks something like that. You can change directions for it, whichever way you want to go. The good thing about the Berserker is you want to change directions as much as you possibly can, okay? Because his light attacks are extremely quick. That's what the light attacks look like. The heavy attacks are a bit more slower. Boom, they hit like an absolute bus, and that's the heavy attack. Now, one of the main combos that this character has, if you go here, is the Dance of Paired Blades. You can either do this from a light to a heavy, and just keep going. It's an infinite loop, as long as they don't block it. Or you can go from a heavy to a light, whichever way you want to go with it, completely up to you. I like to go from the light to the heavy. It's a lot harder to block, let's say, because it's quicker off the first hit. So what that looks like is you go light, heavy, and then as you can see, it's a constant spin around as you go across like that. So you want to go light, heavy, and then you just keep going like that. Get the timing down nice and good, and you can basically just keep going as long as you can keep it going. This thing's infinite. It's literally an infinite chain. So until they block it, or until you stuff up like I did then and push the button a little bit too soon, you can basically just keep that thing going all day long. It's fun as fuck. So that right there is how you do the Dance of Paired Blades. I'll show you the heavy version of it. So what you want to do is heavy into a light, same sort of thing as before. The next one we're going to look at is the Bear Mauler. So this is just 3 heavy attacks in a row, and it looks something like this. What's she doing up there? Alright, so the way this works is you go 1, 2, and then you do a jump attack, and that does a bunch of damage. If you do that last one from the top, it does extreme amount of damage. So we'll go 1, 2, and then up top, boom. And that's how you hit like an absolute bus with this guy. Once again, combination for this is you want to go for a 1, 2, and then 3. So do 3 in a row. 1, 2, 3. So that's just 3 heavy attacks and it hits like an absolute bus, okay? Next one is going to be the Boar Rush. Okay, now what this looks like is, while you're sprinting, you basically run and you do your heavy attack, okay? Run into a heavy and it basically just does a bunch of damage. It's a good way to just get off the bat some damage and fuck people up. The next one we're going to look at is the Head Slicer. Now this one is one of my most favorite moves. I use it all the fucking time. Now what this looks like is, when you're locked onto the target, you want to put your movement stick forward and dash into a light attack. So for Xbox, dashing is A. Okay, so what it looks like is this. You want to forward into a light attack. Boom. Nice and simple. It's a good way to, when you very first start and they're not that close to you, as you go run in, bam. It's a good way to catch people off guard and it does damage. Now, the advanced technique for this one is pretty simple as well. What you do is, as you do the forward dash into a light attack, straight after that you go into a heavy attack from the top and you'll get that massive damage boost, okay? So, like we did before, forward dash light into a heavy, boom, and that does a fuckload damage, catches them off guard, and what more do you want? Once again, forward dash into a light attack followed up by a heavy attack. And that combo, you can easily take away half of someone's health and just fucking decimate them. Next one we're going to look at is the Spin Chop, okay? This one is really fucking fun to do and this is one of the core parts of the Berserker's kit. So what this looks like is, you got your normal dash from side to side, okay? But this time what we're going to do is, you're going to dash and light attack. I'm going to dash to the right and light attack. And then you're going to spin around and chop them. Like that. Boom. So, right, dash, light attack. Right, dash, light attack. And as you do this, you want to wait until they attack you. Because if they want to attack you from, say, the left-hand side, do it to the left. They can't hit you. They want to do it from the right-hand side. Whichever way they're attacking you from, you want to do this spin attack to the same direction, okay? They want to attack from the top. Once again, just spin to the side. You can spin all day long. It takes no stamina and it's fairly easy to do, guys, okay? And once you get the hang of that, you'll be dancing around people, fucking them up all day long. Next one we're going to look at is the Head Crusher. Now, this is the same as the Head Slicer, except we're replacing it with a heavy attack. It's forward, dash into a heavy. Boom. You get hyper armor. Basically, what hyper armor is, if you go to do the normal attack and they attack you first, it's going to stop it, okay? If you do this one, because you have hyper armor, it's going through. Even if they do an attack, they're going to hit you, but you're also going to hit them. So once again, it's forward into a heavy. Forward dash heavy. Forward dash heavy. And as you can see, my guy glows for a second there. That's the hyper armor. Boom. So if they're being very aggressive and you're struggling to get shit off on them, it's just a way to basically take damage yourself, but get a heavy attack off on them and slowly whittle them down. And lastly, guys, we're going to go for Slashing Rush. This thing is fucking beautiful, okay? What you can do with this is, it's heavy attack and light attack at the exact same time as you push forward. So I push forward, heavy and light attack all at the same time, and it looks like this. You spin around and you do a bunch of attacks on them. Boom, boom, boom. And you get hyper armor towards the end as well. The way you can set this up is, you can either wait for them to do an attack and hopefully be quicker than them, time it properly and you'll get that off on them. Or one thing you can do is set it up from a guard break like we talked about. So as you guard break, boom, into that, it's basically a free combo off on them. Now keep in mind, they can block it mid-cycle. So the first 3 will hit them and then they can block it. If Orochis, they can actually deflect it and stab you. Got to be careful with it. All right, guys. So now I'm going to show you what it all looks like in motion while you're linking it all together. And now you'll be able to basically, you'll know what I'm doing because I've already shown you what the moves are, and you'll be able to see it and you'll be able to go, okay, I know exactly what that move is. I know how to do it. And now you'll know how to link it. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to come up to the bot. Going to start off with that. Spin around, chop him. Once again, going to guard break him. Oh, there we go, there. Guard break into that. Boom, guard break into a heavy because he can't stop me. And then I'm going to go again, up top, fuck him up. The good thing about the Berserker is, it's just a massive flurry of attacks that they struggle to deal with sometimes. Alright, so we're going to boom into that. Where are you going to go, mate? Around to the side. It's just that right there is one of the most amazing moves in the entire world. Up top, see, he tried to guard break me, it didn't work. I'm going to dodge back. Boom, you can't catch me, bro. Now, as they get more advanced, they're going to be doing more things. Depends on the character. So you want to be feinting, you want to be doing all these sort of things. Once you learn how to combo all these moves together, it just starts to flow really, really well. Boom. The main thing about the Berserker is you don't want to go toe-to-toe, especially with the big guys here, because they will just absolutely fuck you up. You want to be very reactive to what they're going to do. See? He's able to block that. Boom. And then you want to guard break. No, you fucking blocked that. Get away from me, you fool. Boom. Guard break. Heavy attack. Execute him right in the balls. So that, guys, is the very fundamental basics of the Berserker. Like I said, once you learn all these sort of things, you can implement them as much as you want. And then once you start chaining stuff together, you'll find your niche of what works for you. And then you can start incorporating more and more of these things into it as you go along. So that, guys, is my Berserker guide. I really hope it helped you all. I really hope that you know some advanced techniques now. I really hope that you know the basics and you can sort of get a handle on what the fuck's going on. And it's not as daunting, because I've seen so many people in the forums and they're just like, I got in, I got crushed, I had no idea what the fuck was going on, and the game's clunky. The game isn't clunky. It's all about knowing how the game actually works. Once you work out how the game works, it's smooth as a motherfucker, okay? You just have to know how things work. And now that you know, hopefully it helps out. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment down below and let me know what you thought. And if you want to see more videos from me, please hit the subscribe button. I shall see you all in the next video. Have a good one, guys.